When Cancer silently walks away. Why they pull back even when they still love you. Have you ever felt that a Cancer, who once loved you deeply, suddenly became distant, quiet, and no longer the person they used to be? Have you ever wondered what made them change? From someone willing to give their all for love to someone who silently walks away without a word of explanation? Cancer is the zodiac sign of emotions, sensitivity, and loyalty. They love deeply, always leading with their hearts, seeking a relationship that is safe, nurturing, and long-lasting. But precisely because of this, when they no longer feel valued, no longer feel like a priority in the life of their loved one, they slowly withdraw and disappear. Today, Zen Mind Peaceful Life will help you uncover the real reasons why Cancer may feel exhausted in a relationship. Some of these reasons may seem small on the surface, yet they are powerful enough to push them away, even when they still love you. More importantly, we'll explore how to keep them close, how to prevent love from fading due to misunderstandings. Stay until the end of this video, because the number one reason will make you reflect not just on Cancer but on how you treat the people you love. And don't forget to hit subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life for more insights into astrology, relationships, and self-growth. Lack of emotional security. When Cancer retreats into their shell. Cancer is one of the most emotionally sensitive zodiac signs, ruled by the moon, which makes them deeply affected by emotional shifts, their own and those of others. To them, love is not just about connection. It is about having a safe space where they can be their authentic selves. When Cancer no longer feels emotionally safe, they gradually withdraw, become silent, and eventually leave, without confrontation, without explanation. This can leave their partner feeling confused or even heartbroken because Cancer rarely verbalizes what's wrong. They won't lash out in anger. They won't argue. They simply retreat into their protective shell, like a crab pulling back into its armor to shield itself from further pain. Why does Cancer need emotional security? For Cancer, emotional security isn't just a desire. It's a fundamental need in any relationship. When they love, they don't just give affection. They give their soul and trust. Because of this, they require a solid emotional foundation to maintain a long-term connection. This sense of security doesn't just come from words. It comes from actions. A well-timed hug, a caring glance, or small but meaningful gestures mean the world to them. Cancer is highly intuitive. They can sense emotional shifts even when nothing is spoken. This makes them overanalyze, reading into tiny details and sometimes imagining worst-case scenarios. They don't expect perfect love, but they need consistency. If one day they no longer feel like a priority, no longer feel appreciated, they will begin to emotionally detach. Silently, gradually, and without warning. Signs that Cancer no longer feels emotionally safe. Cancer rarely speaks about their insecurities outright. Instead, they bottle things up, enduring their struggles alone rather than burdening others. However, there are subtle signs that can reveal their growing discomfort. Small diamond. They become unusually quiet. If a Cancer who was once expressive and open suddenly becomes withdrawn, they may be feeling emotionally unsafe or unheard. Small diamond. They hold back their emotions. Initially, they may have been affectionate and expressive, but as they start feeling insecure, they become hesitant to show their feelings. Small diamond. Their moods fluctuate more than usual. Being ruled by the moon, Cancer's emotions naturally shift, but if they seem constantly sad, irritated, or emotionally distant, they may be struggling with emotional insecurity. Small diamond. They create emotional distance. They may not explicitly say anything, but they stop initiating conversations, reduce physical closeness, and seem less engaged in the relationship. This is their way of protecting themselves from deeper hurt. Why does Cancer lose their sense of security? There are many reasons why Cancer may start feeling emotionally unsafe in love. Sometimes, what seems insignificant to others can be deeply painful to them. Keycap 1. Lack of affection and attention. Cancer is highly intuitive. They pick up on even the smallest shifts in their partner's behavior. If their partner becomes distant, stops showing affection, or no longer spends quality time with them, Cancer begins to feel unappreciated and anxious. Keycap 2. Words and actions don't align. Nothing unsettles Cancer more than inconsistency. If a partner says, "I love you," but their actions don't reflect it, Cancer starts to doubt the sincerity of the relationship. Keycap 3. Lack of deep conversations and emotional connection. For Cancer, communication isn't just small talk. It's a soul-level exchange. If they feel their partner isn't truly listening or emotionally engaging with them, they gradually pull back. Keycap 4. Feeling unappreciated or compared to others. Cancer needs to feel special in their partner's eyes. If they sense they are being compared to someone else or not being fully valued, it breaks their heart. How to help Cancer feel secure in love. If you're in love with a Cancer and want to keep them by your side, the most important thing you can do is make them feel safe and cherished. Here's how. Checkmark. Be consistent between words and actions. Don't just say, "I love you." Show it through meaningful actions. A simple "good morning" text or a reassuring touch can mean more than grand promises. Checkmark. Listen without judgment. When Cancer opens up, don't rush to fix their problems or dismiss their emotions. Instead, validate their feelings by saying, "I understand how you feel." Sometimes, they just need to be heard. Checkmark. Show small, frequent gestures of affection. It's not about extravagant gifts. It's about thoughtfulness. A note, a surprise hug, or asking about their day can make all the difference. Checkmark. Avoid sending mixed signals. Cancer fears uncertainty in relationships. If you love them, show them through stability and commitment. Let them know they have a future with you. Cancer may be strong, but their hearts are fragile. Cancer is much stronger than they appear, but deep inside, they have a delicate heart that needs care and protection. If you have a Cancer in your life, remember, what they need is not grand gestures or empty promises. What they truly need is consistency, sincerity, and a sense of emotional security. A Cancer in love will give you everything, but if they feel unappreciated, they will silently pull away, until one day, you realize they're gone. Speech balloon. Have you ever loved a Cancer or been one yourself? What resonates with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. Lack of family connection and future plans. When love has no foundation, Cancer loves not just with their heart but with their memories, connections, and deep-rooted family values. For them, love isn't just a fleeting emotion. It's a lifelong journey where both partners build a stable and nurturing home together. They believe that a genuine relationship must have a strong foundation, not just in the present, but also in the future. That's why if they sense that their partner is disinterested in family values or unwilling to commit long-term, they will start to feel disconnected, and slowly, they will pull away. When a Cancer loves someone, they don't just want to share romantic moments. They want to introduce them to their family, create shared traditions, and build a future together. If their partner seems indifferent, avoids discussions about the future, or shows no interest in connecting with their loved ones, Cancer will begin to feel like a stranger in their own relationship. Why is family so important to Cancer? Cancer is ruled by the moon, the planet of emotions, memories, and family bonds. This makes them deeply sentimental, valuing traditions and childhood memories more than any other sign. For Cancer, family isn't just where they come from. It's their emotional anchor. It's what gives them a sense of safety and belonging in life. They dream of having a partner who can blend into their world. Someone who understands that a relationship isn't just between two people. It's about creating a loving network of connections with the people they cherish. Additionally, because Cancer has a strong protective instinct, they naturally want to create a stable home, a place where they can nurture and care for their loved ones. If their partner doesn't share this vision, they will start to feel lonely. Even in the relationship, signs Cancer feels disconnected due to a lack of family bonding. Cancer won't always verbalize their emotions directly, but if you pay close attention, you'll notice subtle signs that they no longer feel emotionally invested in the relationship. Small diamond, they stop talking about their family. At first, they might have frequently shared childhood memories, talked about their parents, or expressed a desire to build a future together. But if they suddenly stop mentioning these topics, it may be a sign that they no longer feel connected to you. Small diamond, they no longer make future plans. Cancer loves planning ahead, whether it's a weekend trip together or long-term life goals. If they suddenly stop making plans or become uninterested in discussing the future, it's a red flag. Small diamond, they keep their distance during important family events. A happy Cancer will want their partner to be part of family gatherings. But if they stop inviting you, avoid family events, or seem uninterested in blending you into their world, it may mean they no longer see a future with you. Why Cancer may feel like the relationship has no future. Several factors can make Cancer lose faith in the future of a relationship, including down triangle, lack of interest in their family. If their partner doesn't care about their family or disrespects their values, Cancer will start to feel like they're in a relationship with someone who doesn't truly understand them. Down triangle, avoiding conversations about the future. Cancer doesn't need a detailed roadmap of the future, but they need to feel like the relationship is growing. If their partner constantly avoids long-term discussions, they will eventually lose hope in the relationship. Down triangle, not ready to build a stable life together. Cancer dislikes uncertainty. If they sense that their partner isn't serious about creating a stable foundation, they will start to emotionally check out. How to keep Cancer feeling emotionally connected. If you love a Cancer and want to keep them by your side, showing emotional security and long-term commitment is essential. Here's how. Checkmark, show interest in their family. You don't have to become best friends with their relatives overnight, but showing respect and curiosity about their loved ones goes a long way. A simple, "How's your mom doing today?" can make them feel seen and appreciated. Checkmark, talk about the future in a natural way. You don't need to propose marriage immediately, but expressing interest in shared future experiences, like traveling together or setting goals as a couple, helps them feel reassured. Checkmark, avoid sending mixed signals. Cancer is highly sensitive to uncertainty. If you love them, show it through consistent actions and emotional presence. They need to know that you're serious about the relationship. What if you have different views on family and the future? Not everyone shares Cancer's deep attachment to family and tradition, and that's okay. However, open communication is key to making the relationship work. Small diamond, if you're not ready for long-term commitment, be honest but show them that you're serious about them. Cancer is patient as long as they see progress. Small diamond, if you don't prioritize family, instead of ignoring the topic, explain your perspective to them. Cancer will respect your boundaries if they know where you're coming from. Small diamond, if your lifestyle is different from theirs. Relationships don't require two identical people, but they do need compromise and mutual respect. Find common ground and make an effort to meet in the middle. Cancer loves with all their heart and always looks toward the future. If you show them that you value the relationship as much as they do, they will offer you deep, unwavering love in return. But if they feel like they're investing in a relationship without a destination, they will quietly walk away, taking their unspoken emotions with them. Lack of affection and emotional connection, when love becomes surface level. In love, Cancer doesn't just crave sweet words. They need to feel love through daily actions. As deeply sensitive and intuitive beings, they seek a relationship that goes beyond the physical or mere responsibility. They long for a profound emotional connection. If they sense their partner becoming distant, emotionally detached, or no longer as affectionate as before, they will begin to feel lonely, even within the relationship itself. Cancer can endure a lot in love, but if they start feeling emotionally neglected, they will withdraw, and if nothing changes, they may walk away completely. Not because they lack patience, but because they understand that a relationship without mutual care and affection will eventually lose its meaning. So what makes Cancer feel unloved? And how can you keep the spark alive in your relationship with them? Why are affection and emotional reassurance so important to Cancer? As a water sign ruled by the moon, Cancer has a stronger emotional need than most other zodiac signs. They don't require grand gestures or lavish gifts, but they need to feel valued and prioritized by their partner. For Cancer, affection is not about extravagance. It's about consistency. Sometimes, a simple good night text, a warm hug when they're feeling down, or a loving gaze is enough to make them feel secure. On the other hand, if they notice that their partner is becoming distant, spending less time with them, or no longer showing affection like before, they will begin to feel anxious and insecure. What matters most to Cancer isn't empty promises. It's feeling cherished in the small, everyday moments. Signs that Cancer feels emotionally neglected. When a Cancer feels that love is becoming shallow or distant, they won't immediately complain or demand attention. Instead, they will quietly endure it, withdrawing little by little, and once they reach their emotional limit, they may leave without warning. Here are some subtle signs that Cancer is feeling unappreciated in a relationship. Small diamond, they stop initiating contact. If they once frequently texted, called, or checked in about your day but suddenly become silent, it could be a sign that they feel unimportant to you. Small diamond, they share less about their feelings. Cancer loves deep conversations and emotional intimacy, but if they start keeping things to themselves, it's because they feel like you no longer care. Small diamond, they stop showing affection. Initially, they might have been very affectionate, offering hugs, loving touches, or small acts of care. But if they start pulling back, it's because they no longer feel their love is reciprocated. Small diamond, they talk about the past more than the present. If a Cancer frequently reminisces about how things used to be, but seems uninterested in the present or future, it's a clear sign they feel the relationship is no longer fulfilling. Unintentional actions that make Cancer feel emotionally abandoned. Sometimes, emotional distance isn't intentional. It can simply be a result of daily stress, busy schedules, or unspoken expectations. But even subtle shifts in behavior can deeply impact Cancer. Here are some common behaviors that may hurt them. Down triangle, not spending quality time together. Cancer doesn't need to be with you 24/7, but they do need moments of genuine connection. If you're always too busy with work, friends, or distractions, they will start to feel alone in the relationship. Down triangle, forgetting small, meaningful gestures, a hug out of nowhere, a heartfelt compliment, or simply asking about their day can mean the world to them. When those small moments disappear, they feel like love is fading. Down triangle, saying, "I love you," but not showing it. Words are important, but for Cancer, actions speak louder. If they feel that your actions don't match your words, they will begin to lose faith in the relationship. How to keep Cancer feeling loved and emotionally fulfilled. If you love a Cancer, Remember that they don't need extravagant gestures. They just need consistency, sincerity, and emotional presence. Here's how to keep their heart secure. Check mark show affection through actions. A simple "good morning" text, holding their hand while walking, or offering a comforting hug can make them feel deeply loved. Check mark spend meaningful time together. You don't have to go on big adventures. Just make sure the time you do spend together is distraction-free and emotionally connected. Check mark listen with your heart, not just your ears. When they open up about their emotions, don't just listen, truly hear them. Sometimes, they don't need a solution. They just need to feel understood. Check mark express love consistently. You don't have to be overly romantic, but make sure they feel your love every single day. What if you're not naturally affectionate? How can you meet Cancer's needs? Not everyone expresses love the way Cancer does. And that's okay. If you're someone who is more logical or reserved in expressing emotions, you can still balance the relationship without changing who you are. Small diamond learn their love language. Every person has their own way of expressing and receiving love. Understanding what makes them feel loved will help you connect better. Small diamond don't make them always be the one to initiate affection. Even if you're not overly expressive, small, genuine acts of care can mean everything to them. Small diamond communicate about expectations. If expressing emotions isn't your strength, talk to them about it. Cancer values emotional honesty and will appreciate your effort to meet them halfway. Cancer loves with their whole heart and only asks for genuine, lasting love in return. If you can show them affection, security, and emotional consistency, they will give you a love that never fades. Lack of commitment to the future. When Cancer feels like they're wasting their time. Cancer is one of the zodiac signs that values long-term commitment in love. For them, a relationship isn't just about fleeting romance. It's about building something meaningful and lasting together. They don't fall in love just for the sake of it. They seek a future where both partners grow and evolve side by side. Because of this, if they sense that their partner isn't serious about the relationship, avoids conversations about the future, or shows no interest in building a solid foundation, Cancer will gradually lose their motivation to stay. They may be patient for a while, but once they feel they're walking a path with no clear destination, they will choose to leave to protect their heart. So what makes Cancer feel like a relationship has no future? And how can they feel reassured that their emotional investment is worthwhile? Why commitment to the future matters to Cancer. Unlike some zodiac signs that prioritize freedom in love, Cancer seeks stability and direction. When they love someone, they don't just think about the present. They naturally envision a shared future and make plans to bring it to life. This comes from Cancer's core nature as a moon-ruled sign, symbolizing home, emotions, and protection. They need to know they're investing their love in the right person. That they're not pouring their heart into something that will lead nowhere. If they sense that their partner isn't willing to commit or continuously dodges discussions about the future, they will start feeling uneasy. Commitment doesn't mean rushing into marriage immediately. It simply means knowing that both partners are working toward the same goal. It could be something as simple as planning a trip together, moving in together, or just having a reassuring conversation about where the relationship is headed. Signs that Cancer feels the relationship has no future. When a Cancer feels like they're with someone who isn't truly serious, they won't always express it outright. Instead, they'll quietly observe, overthink, and eventually withdraw if they see no progress. Here are some red flags that indicate they are starting to doubt the relationship's future. They talk about the future less. Initially, they may bring up long-term plans frequently, but if they sense their partner isn't interested or doesn't engage in those conversations, they will stop bringing it up altogether. They lose motivation to invest in the relationship. If they were once the one making plans for the two of you but now seem indifferent, it may be because they no longer believe in the longevity of the relationship. They start asking more questions about your commitment. When Cancer feels uncertain, they'll begin to test the waters, asking questions to see where you truly stand. If they don't get a satisfying answer, they will begin distancing themselves. They no longer want to introduce you to their family. For Cancer, bringing a partner into their family circle is a major step. If they no longer seem eager to include you in that part of their life, it may be because they no longer see the relationship as something that will last. Actions that make Cancer feel a relationship isn't serious. Lack of commitment doesn't always come from outright words. It often comes from small, consistent actions that send a message. Here are some behaviors that can make a Cancer question the seriousness of the relationship. Avoiding conversations about the future. If every time Cancer brings up long-term plans, you change the subject or give vague responses, they will take that as a sign that you're not serious. Not making time for the relationship. Love needs effort to grow. If Cancer feels like they're constantly being deprioritized in favor of work, friends, or other commitments, they will start questioning their importance in your life, not including them in your plans. If they notice that you always plan for the future but never mention them in those plans, they will feel excluded and unimportant. Inconsistency between words and actions. Saying you want a committed relationship but acting otherwise will make a Cancer pull away. They are highly intuitive and will quickly pick up on any contradictions. How to provide the commitment Cancer needs. If you love a Cancer and want to reassure them, here's how you can help them feel secure in the relationship. Be proactive in discussing the future. You don't need to map out every detail, but at least show them that you're considering a future together. Keep your promises and remain consistent. If you say you'll do something, follow through. Cancer values reliability and will feel safe with someone who keeps their word. Invest time and energy into the relationship. A strong relationship requires effort. Make sure Cancer knows that they are a priority in your life. Don't make them feel like they're waiting in vain. If you're not ready for a serious commitment, be honest with them instead of leading them on. If you're not someone who likes to commit, how can you balance a relationship with Cancer? Not everyone has the same approach to love as Cancer, and that's okay. If you're someone who values freedom and isn't ready to think too far ahead, there are still ways to maintain the relationship without making Cancer feel insecure. Be honest about your expectations. Don't leave them guessing about your feelings or intentions. If you're unsure about long-term commitment, tell them so they can make their own choice. Find a middle ground in expressing love. If you're hesitant about commitment, look for ways to show them you care in a way that doesn't feel forced or unnatural to you. Don't let them feel like they're wasting their time. If you know you can't give them what they need in the long run, don't string them along just for convenience. Cancer doesn't need grand promises. They just need reassurance. Cancer isn't looking for extravagant promises about the future. What they need is reassurance that they are loved, valued, and included in your life. If you can provide them with that sense of security, they will give you a love that is deep, unwavering, and lifelong. But if they start feeling like they are walking a road with no clear destination, they won't hesitate to leave. And once they do, they won't look back. A message to those who love a Cancer. Cancer loves with their whole heart, with devotion and sincerity, but they also have their limits. If they feel unappreciated, emotionally disconnected, or uncertain about where they stand in a relationship, they will quietly walk away. And when they do, they won't return. If you're fortunate enough to have a Cancer by your side, remember that what they need isn't just words. It's authenticity in the smallest actions. Don't wait until they've left to realize the depth of the love they gave you. Love isn't just about feelings. It's about understanding, care, and building something meaningful together. Cherish the ones who love you deeply, because once they're gone, it's rare to find another love as pure and enduring. Have you ever experienced something like this? Share your story in the comments below. And if you want to explore more about astrology, love psychology, and the deeper lessons of life, don't forget to subscribe to Zen Mind Peaceful Life so you never miss an insightful new video. See you in the next one.